In today's video, I'm going to be revealing what exactly makes a woman regret losing you. And this has nothing to do with you needing to go out into the world and grab a new girlfriend right away, or to post on social media that you're not in pain, you're not recovering from the breakup, and instead you're partying and having fun with your friends, knowing you're only doing that to get some sort of validation to numb the pain you could be feeling. And for the men today who maybe are going through a breakup or are still thinking about maybe past partners and you're not yet over them, I want to be very clear in today's video that if you can implement what I'm going to be sharing, not only is there a high likelihood to attract these people back to you, but more importantly, it gives you an edge. The edge that comes from your pain, that has carved you into a better person. Pain is the very catalyst for growth. And a man who runs from that really runs away from his next chapter, his next version. Who You Are 2.0 edition. So if this has intrigued you this far, stay to the end of today's video and you will see a transformation in your life. Let's get into it. When a woman sees a man take control of his life after a breakup and really improve himself on all categories of existence, that's when regret starts to seep in. She sees you living a life that isn't performative, isn't trying to gain another person's attention, but she sees the difference within how you portray yourself, even if it's not posting on Instagram. Her asking, well, why? What are you doing? Or her not seeing you on her social media page. And I want the men to know one thing. The more you're trying to show up in a way that's just for another person's recognition of your worthiness, the more you're avoiding the very area that is the source of the pain. She's not the source of the pain. Why she left or why you guys are not together, that's not the source of the pain. The pain has always been there. And what she gave you was a gift. So viewing women as a gift, even if they have hurt you, she's revealed something about yourself, your pain, or maybe the areas within your own existence in your internal world that has not yet been healed. And what she did is just poke the trigger. So I think why this is very powerful is you're no longer giving your power away to people. And more so, you're saying thank you and actually gaining something, even if it ended on bad terms. It doesn't matter. What matters is how you are viewing it with the power of perception. And I think what makes men really attractive going through a breakup, when the breakup has led them back inwards, inside of themselves, no longer needing things on the outside to feel better, but you accessing your internal freedom by showing up for yourself in a powerful way. And I think when a man is single, it really does open up the playing field for you to do things in your life that you really want to without distractions or commitments you have made to a partner. So right now in your life, what are you regretting the most? Because perhaps you didn't show up in the best way you could in that relationship. And if that was the case, now it's your opportunity to shine. Now it's your opportunity not to feel blame or shame or guilt about the ways you showed up. Take it on as direction, the direction of where you want to show up in your life. And I think what really makes a man stand out and be really attractive is when you don't need to go chase things to make yourself feel better. You're the very source of your happiness. It doesn't matter what you're doing or who you're with. You could go for a walk in the morning, you could have a coffee in your hand, and you could be the happiest man on the planet because you're okay within your own company. You're okay within yourself, and you're no longer running. So you have enough stamina to actually run forwards towards the things you want and not backwards into old habits and old people that really just replicate the pain itself. So right now in your life, I want you guys to go all in. And when you go all in on yourself, that's the very moment you're actually taking back your energy and you're keeping it. And you become a magnet to things. New people, new circumstances, new thoughts that can lead you in a new path. Maybe right now in your life, you want to give up drinking. You want to give up smoking. You want to give up the junk food. You want to give up the laziness. You want to start doing things that excite you. What's stopping you? What is stopping you from becoming a man that woman can see a year from now and be like, oh my God, why didn't I see it? Why didn't I see his potential? I wish I was around that man right now. Look at him shine. Look at him thriving. Look at him living an unbothered life. What does that man have that I couldn't give him? And a woman can never give you access to yourself. That's your job. And maybe in relationships, it's a great place for you to avoid thyself. But within avoiding thyself, you're ignoring thyself. And within your ignorance to what you want, the more you are stuck in a place of stagnancy that will be very hard to get out of. But you're a free man. You're a free man. So what you gonna do about it? The protocol I want you guys to follow. First things first, set an alarm every single day. Get up with purpose. That purpose being getting yourself in the cold shower right away. Brush your teeth, get in the cold shower, and build resiliency to pain. Because the moment you do that, you build courage. And when you have courage, you are fearless within the matters that once held you back, because you actually get a reward out of them. Try it out for yourself, you guys. The moment you find yourself in a cold shower and you turn it off, you'll feel something. And what you have felt is not something you had to go out and buy. It's something you've accessed internally that alcohol, drugs, porn, people can never give you. It's a sense of satisfaction through the very things that made you uncomfortable. And that creates this magnetism to a man, to a person, because they're no longer afraid. And I think the second thing is getting comfortable within silence. So after your cold shower, meditate. Sit with the emotions that are coming up after that cold shower. How do you feel? You probably have felt more alive doing that than any past relationship could ever be. So sit with yourself. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, really whatever you're comfortable with. And actually the moment where it gets uncomfortable is the moment you have to go deeper. Because when you go deeper, you're actually getting to know the parts of yourself that you once suppressed, you ignored, because they were either loud, they were uncomfortable, they made you feel something that maybe you didn't like, but you stayed with it, you stayed the course. That's you revealing to yourself who you are. Full spectrum of yourself. And not just the parts you think other people like, the parts of yourself that maybe you don't like. But instead of avoiding them, acknowledge them, do something about them. Because within that silence, it's giving you permission to heal. And within your healing is where a woman can even subconsciously feel your energy not being sent in her direction, but it's being pulled back into your heart. And when your heart is open and it's not fragile, that is where you become the magnet to new things. Because you have dug deep enough to see the things you once felt you were unworthy of. And now you can laugh at those parts that once kept you down. Not out of ignorance, but out of why did I believe this in the first place? Cold shower and meditation, that combo, that can create a dangerous man when it comes to just your mental and emotional stamina that men really need to develop. So start there. And the next thing I can add, improve yourself. Get yourself into the gym. Stop watching her Instagram stories. Stop going back to your guys' past photos. Delete the things you need to delete that pull you in. Because the moment you delete it, you block it, you remove it. You allow room for new things, new ideas, new people, because you're not being consumed with something, first off, you don't have anymore. And that just continues to poke a wound that you're infecting. You got to start healing it. A great way to heal it is, of course, to feel it, but is to also do something about it. So get yourself to the gym, go on a morning or a night walk every single day, listen to a podcast that makes you feel good about yourself, inspires you and motivates you. Focus on your health, your nutrition, make yourself feel really good on the inside so that can be portrayed on the outside. And the final part to this equation, you need a passion project. You need something that excites you enough to show up for, and not showing up for your past highlight reels of why you're sad because you don't have her in your life or you don't have these experiences to have with another person. No, you have a new person. It's you. It's the man looking back at yourself. And if you don't have a great relationship with yourself, you will never attract a great quality partner. So focus in on that. Focus in on what excites you. Make time for it every single day. Whether it's a podcast, writing a book, a clothing brand, a food truck, honestly, whatever it is, music, show up for it every single day. Whether it's a half an hour, 15 minutes, that allows you to become so committed to a new timeline that you'll wake up one random Tuesday and you will feel like a different man because you moved in the direction of your future rather than your past. And that is exactly what will make a woman regret losing you, is when you're no longer focused on her, but you're focused on you. And you can actually look back on your guys' past times with a level of gratitude because it has made you into a better person for the next partner you have prepared yourself for. So if you guys liked today's video, it inspired you, and you are wanting any further assistance, I do offer one-on-one coaching where you and I can work together one-on-one. So my coaching email will be right here as well as linked down below. And without further ado, you guys, give this video a like, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in my next one.